Well, World Turtle Day is being celebrated tomorrow, but one local museum celebrated the reptile today by hosting fun and educational activities. Hundreds of people showed up to the Cook Museum of Natural Science in Decatur to learn more about turtles and see the different species. A nonprofit organization called American Tortoise Rescue created the day to raise awareness and protect turtles and tortoises and their disappearing habitats around the world.
We've got land turtles, freshwater turtles, along with a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle, which are the most endangered sea turtle in the world.